In the last couple of videos I mentioned iPads, iPhones, touchscreen technology, all the stuff that enables us to have the world at our fingertips whilst the world actually passes us by because we ain't there. I wonder if the University of Chicago did their research now as distinct from the 1980s in relation to how much we are present, would they still come up with the 1%? Bear in mind, and you may have to look for it on this website, but there are plenty of videos that actually refer to the University of Chicago's and the University of Milan's research that says that because of the noise in our heads and because the automatic pilot uses our past formative years as reference points for how we behave now, the ordinary mind is only 1% present. I suspect it is somewhat less than 1% present in this day and age. But there is another huge downside to point and click or touch screen, and that is that the art of handwriting is dying, and dying fast. Harvard University has, since the 1950s, been emphasizing the extent to which handwriting is important in our learning, important in the way in which we internalize information, and vitally important in terms of how we set our goals. I had a client a few years ago who had done a workshop with me where it was explained that if you handwrite what you want, as if you already have it, using present tense language and describing things to yourself using your 5 senses, the subconscious mind internalizes that and it becomes a guidance for us in terms of how we behave ourselves on a daily basis, moving us effortlessly towards the goals and objectives that we want to achieve. I met him a couple of years later when he did a second workshop. He said nothing's going right for me, and it emerged in conversation that he had his goals on his laptop. He'd never bothered to handwrite. Handwriting is a vital part of how we learn, how we commit things to memory, how we develop the neural pathways in our brain that are so important to us focusing on what it is we want to achieve. If you have an enlarged index finger from pointing and clicking, or 2 enlarged thumbs from texting, you can rest assured that the parts of your brain that need to be enlarged are gradually withering and dying.